everyone, to the house that Rockney built, Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the TCU Horned Frogs taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Horned Frogs will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a crease. It's Price. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Back to throw, it's Leonard. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Now, how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
This move just oozes confidence, going for it on 4th down from their own side of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man, it's Thomas. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. Be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
fair catch, called for and made. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in a hurry-up. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all three phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what a coach is talking about. Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty. It's not fun. But let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Toss to the outside. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go to the toss. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball on the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge, make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt. And I'm making memory of all this stuff. Did it work? What were they in? Can I get back to this later?
The expressway is wide open. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Going up top on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
As they come over the football 1 minute to go here in the first. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Shoots it to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the back. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick completion on the out route. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Okay,
as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
Notre Dame 7, TCU 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Handoff to the lone back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here come the Irish back on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Back to throw, it's Leonard. Pocket starts to collapse. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quick timeout call by the offense. Second down coming up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on second down. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
A third and long coming up here. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Oh, he's looking to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the...
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Horned Frog! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Notre Dame right back to the line.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that, too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front. Guys
fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. Running inside the 20. Delivers the contact. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he added the extra point. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Irish! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback is going to put that one. Nice job.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Ripping through the defense. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The running back has it. They knock him down right there. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. On the move. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to him again. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. Off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job on the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, the sweet feet. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. And they're able to get him down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. They're on the left hash. You'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. They're bringing heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Feeling some heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Hand off from the shotgun. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. They'll immediately call timeout. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Hoover. Got the quick pass. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down mark.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
3rd down play from the gun. Looking for a deep man. He's got it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Carolina is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Chapel Hill. They're trailing by 14 to West Virginia. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll go with a direct snap. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Who needs that smell salt? Goodness gracious, that linebacker just opened the eyes of the running back, running through the hole and hitting him right in the mouth.
And, man, he may have to have the molars checked out after that one, but at least he was able to hang on to the football.
Secure that football. It is hard to do when you get hit that hard, especially when you get that face right there on the football. Nice job by the back holding the ball.
He's going to run it. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. Still running at the 35. And he's running in the open. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback as you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication is going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll run for it on third and short. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
First down to start the drive after the break. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Finds the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
The Horned Frogs are on the move. Looking for room. It's Battle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Great job by the QB and the wide receiver understanding what they had to do to get a first down. I don't care about the completion. I don't care about getting a certain amount of yards. I got to get that first down so I get another set of downs so we can keep this drive alive.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The back goes in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Battle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Complete to the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Direct snap. Makes it past the marker. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. It doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Oh, the big fella. Look at the big fella rumble. And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down.
And that is a backbreaker for the offense because you're driving right now to win this football game, but instead you turn it over, and there's enough time on the clock now for the opponent to march the field and win this game.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me in field goal.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary and the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Catch in the middle. It's Richardson. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Here come the Irish back on offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Touch pass on the right. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Back to pass, it's Leonard. Floats it out in space. And they finally haul him down, but not before. Catch and run.
That's the end of regulation with the score all time.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down.
Come on, set.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
On the
They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense.
set.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw it again. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Leonard. He's got his man. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Touchdown, Irish! They jump on top here in OT.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
First down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it on the outside. It's Richardson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Great timing there on that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
down, and here's the ball game right here. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.